Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So I'm competing in my this will be my 10th Computer Olympiad to date, and I discovered I didn't do too well this year, but I discovered a number of bugs in my code as a result, because it was my first time entering quite a number of games, and this Canadian checkers has been around for a while, and it looks like I am going to tie with this other programmer for first place. He was I want to say he was a little bit of a sore loser, if you will. Yesterday we had a game. Halfway through it, it was very clear it was a drawn game. And I was trying to offer a draw, right? Propose a draw. And he kept ignoring me. We were down to like 3 pieces each. He insisted on playing it out. I think what happened is that he's been programming this stuff a lot longer than I have. And he wanted to save face. Like, oh, I don't know what the result is just yet, or whatever the situation is. It was very frustrating because I don't have a whole lot of mental capacity left these days. And I'm thinking, because I really don't care about my title at the Computer Olympiad anyway. If he plays that hold out again, I'm just going to resign the game just so he can have his face and see how he feels about that. But anyways, it's Monday morning, and I really despise how yesterday he forced me to play out for 2 hours a game that was going nowhere, because I am once again in one of my burnout seasons, or at least it seems like the beginning of one. Give me a second. And it makes me wish for this one concept. So a couple days ago, I was reading my Facebook feed, and this guy had posted, I don't know if it's a meme or something, but he had calculated that the average American will spend like 8 months sitting at red lights throughout his lifetime. And after he posted that meme, there were some discussions on what we should do about it. How can we, quote unquote, do something about our infrastructure? Actually, I think we shouldn't do anything about it. Because think about it. If you never have to wait at a red light again, what happens? Well, a lot of times, first of all, it might cost a fortune just to resolve that, in terms of investment, in terms of the amount of real estate it will take. I'll let you think about that. But more importantly, how many times have you been driving and you get to a red light and you wish that red light would stay on a little bit longer? I know I certainly have. There are times when I need to fix something, my clothes, my hair, something spilled in the car, and it's not a complete waste, right? It's kind of like wishing that you never had to sit on a toilet again, right? A lot of good thoughts come out of that, right? And second of all, even if you could fix that situation and you never had to wait in a red light again, does that mean we all get to take an extra 8-month sabbatical at some time during our careers? Of course not. It's 30 seconds here, 60 seconds there that you free up, right? You can't in some way coagulate that time into something, right? And that brings me to something that I actually wish had a solution. I wish we had a way, and I think the person who discovers how to do this is going to win a Nobel Prize, if not multiple Nobel Prizes, is how do we make our time become more fungible, right? So for example, if you had a bunch of computer equipment that all had like a few micrograms of bismuth in it, you could coagulate that all together and make one of those, right? Bismuth is perfectly fungible, right? Our time is not, right? If you had 30 seconds here, 60 seconds there, you can't coagulate that into one body, right? Unless somebody knows it. I'm just throwing this thought out there. It's science fiction, right? If somebody could think of a way to do this, I suspect they'd be very deserving of a Nobel Prize. Think about all the things that would happen. For one thing, I probably would never suffer a burnout again, right? I could just reshuffle when I have too much to do, reshuffle that with the times when I have nothing to do, I'm unemployed and whatnot, right? I would so much love to be able to mix that all together, right? You get the idea. Sometimes you have a little bit more time to sleep or to eat, and if you could take care of that, if I could take care of a whole week's worth of meals in one sitting, right, and eat it all at one time, I guess I kind of do that, not to the extent that I would wish, right? I kind of do coagulate all my eating into one piece in one day, but if I could do it once a week, right, or once a year, better yet, if I could eat once a year, I think my food would cost a whole lot less because I would travel somewhere where food is a lot cheaper, right, to take that one big meal. All right, just throwing a thought out there. I know this is science fiction today, but there was a time when other things were science fiction too, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.